This is Outside the Round with Matt Burrill, a Raise Rowdy podcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Outside the Round with me, Matt Burrill. Today, two very special guests from one of my favorite bands in the scene right now. They're Kentucky boys, home to some of the best music that is out there, that's been out there forever, honestly. We've always loved the great state of Kentucky. We've got Mitchell Douglas. We've got Hagan Edge from the band Sons of Habit. Fellas, it's early, and I'm surprised the guy from Owensboro made it before the guy living in the 615.
I woke up at 5:30 to get here.
I was going 80 in morning traffic in Nashville, so if you saw a red Hyundai on the road today, I apologize.
That's so incredibly on brand, though.
It is,
for
dude.
you to be just pacing on the shoulder and just running, man. But everything's been good with you guys. How's life? I haven't seen you boys since I think we had you at the Duck Blind a few months back.
It has been a race since then, man. It's crazy. We're very blessed.
It's unreal. It's unreal. Van life has been a very fun adjustment for us, and we got real close, real quick when we had to roll the windows down every 15 minutes. So, I mean, we're brothers truly now. So it's been a fun time.
Yeah, since the last time we saw you, I think we've done like 18,000 miles in a van. So
Dude, that's what it's all about. Like looking back on some of my favorite times in my time being down here in Nashville it was cool to be the weekends that we did have like a bus or a bandwagon, but there's something special about being with the boys in the van and just being like, are we going to make it to this load in? Oh shit.
Literally.
Oh shit. We got 14 hours coming back from Texas or the Northeast or the upper Midwest to Nashville. Man, I can't wait to be home, It's a special thing, man. But so it's been cool to watch you guys literally from square one. Like we were looking back, we went through. Well, I went to your personal Instagram account, look at what you were tagged in. I found some old track and field photos from back in the day, which is awesome. Because I was looking on IG to see when we had you play that round at Live Oak years ago with
a little after that.
with Cody Powers and with TJ Lyle from Georgia Thunderbolts, and it was July of 24, which Hagan was saying that was like 2 months into you guys starting,
if that,
because you guys formed in around May.
Yeah, May. Yeah.
Dude, I remember that round. That was my first ever like Nashville round ever. Dude, I was shaking because I was seeing his podcast forever. I'm backstage like, holy shit, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, man, but you got up there and you killed it, man. And
I appreciate it, man.
And that's one of my favorite things about what we get to do is we get to see guys and girls from literally square one, like before you have the band. And at that point, you two had started working together, had written, and he was saying that Madeline came out like that weekend.
Yeah.
It was that weekend. That July 19th, I think.
Yeah, July 19th. It was that same week.
It was sick.
Yeah, crazy.
That's wild. So talk about how you two met, because you guys are Kentucky guys that had been doing music individually with other projects with other folks in the scene up there. But how do you two get together?
I want you to kick this one.
You want me to? All right. So funny story for me. I've played music pretty much my entire life, but I actually started with the Boys of Old 60.
Yeah, I remember that. At Winners, I remember having you there.
They were, which actually I didn't get to come down for the Winter show.
Oh, so you weren't even there?
No. But I was still practicing with the band as if I was going to go play a gig with them at some point. But I was putting my sales job ahead of the music. As if selling forklifts was my dream. And finally, we had a discussion one night. We all went out to Drake's in Owensboro, and they were like, all right, you ready to quit your job? And I had just gotten this sales job that I wanted. Yeah. And I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that yet. But then I think it was like 3 weeks on the dot later, they were #1 on iTunes. And I was like, oh shit. Well, proud of you boys, sending them texts and stuff. Yeah. I'm like, well, is it too late? No. But then a couple months went by, and I missed practicing, with the band and hanging out, and started running into Mitchell downtown, which we were mutual buddies from high school, but it was always kind of like one of those guys you run into, and it's like, hey, how you doing? And that's pretty much it, and you just keep walking.
Yeah.
But finally, we randomly connected, and we were like, hey, dude, we got to jam out sometime. And I'll let you take it from here, because
So I knew Hagan from high school. We dated 2 girlfriends at the time that were
two girlfriends each.
Well, no, God, no.
I was like, whoa, it's getting
Sons of Habit.
We're not that cool. But yeah, our girlfriends were friends in high school from different high schools. And kind of like you said, it was like, hey, dude, what's up? We have to talk to each other because our girlfriends like each other. But man, I started playing music as a little kid, and I would do these solo shows in the Southeast for 3 or 4 years, and I'd run into Hagan all the time, playing some random bar room, and he'd both be drunk after, and he's like, "Dude, we should play sometime." You know, I'm like, "This is the 7th time you said it, dude. Like, come on, let's do it or not." And it was this random Saturday, and he does it again. I go, "Dude, we're either doing it this Wednesday or no more of this." And he actually came out, dude. I lived in a single wide trailer in Habit, Kentucky, hence the name, and he came out and blew my mind. I mean, it was unbelievable. I thought it was going to suck, I'll be honest with you.
I remember you telling me that. You're like, "You can actually play." And I was like, "I told you I could play piano." And you're like, "I just figured you knew like 4 chords and that was it."
He was great. And so I told him, like, "Dude, we need to do this more often." And so the next Wednesday, I had my now current guitarist, Dalton, come out, and the 3 of us wrote Madeline in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
After that, he texted me that night. He was like, "I think this is a pretty good song." And I just texted back, "Yeah, I mean, I'd listen to it." And then you played it 3 weeks later, opening for 060.
Yeah, 17,000 people when we debuted it. And that was the first time, in my career that I tried doing the Nashville solo thing, but playing a song and your DMs just get loaded with people like, "What was that? Like, who's Madeline?" And that's when I knew it's time to go to new gear. The band is the new thing. So.
Yeah.
Also, we're the only 2 that made it out, not the 2 girlfriends. So, that's the real winner of the story.
There. That was,
Thanks for the memories, ladies. You led to something beautiful. You're part of the Sons of Habit origin story,
you are.
baby. That's awesome, man. And I love that you say like that you were selling forklifts because and what were you doing?
I was an
for
accountant,
work?
dude.
Yeah, so it's like because there's so many you guys had jobs that were like blue collar, random.
9 to 5.
I'm a guy from in small town Kentucky where I got to have a job.
Right.
It's what my dad did. It's what my grandpa did. It's what my mom did. Where it's like you guys were just living lives, and then all of a sudden this blessing from up above just comes down, and you start jamming together, and a dream becomes a career and becomes a reality.
Yeah,
so freaking
100%.
cool.
And that was the hardest part, I think. Going from these good jobs to like, okay, when do we actually like take this? 'Cause there's one practice where I remember I'm like, we're pretty good. Like we sucked for a long time. Every garage band out there knows that. But then there's that one practice where it's like, dang, we can go play somewhere. Make a little money.
People. They'll like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
man.
But no, it was funny. We were joking around for the longest time too, because I would go over to his house till about 3 a.m, just writing songs and hanging out, drinking beer. And one morning, I mean, which hence the name of the next song that we released was 521.
That's by the way, I love Madeline. 521 is my absolute favorite Sons of
it's
Habit
mine
song.
too.
Funny story behind it, which we stayed up. It was a work night. I think it was like a Wednesday night or a Thursday night.
Yep.
And we're just out on the patio, and Mitchell goes, "What time is it?" We're like, "It's 521. He goes, "That's a badass song name. Like, we got to write one to that." And
Did not go to work that morning.
5:21 a.m.
yes, 5:21 a.m.
We
had
stayed
to be
up,
at
had a
work
party
at
on
like
a
7.
random Wednesday.
And I actually had to hit the road at 6 because I had to be in Bowling Green. So I just called in. I'm sorry, Crown Equipment. I was maybe not sick that day, but I wasn't feeling my best.
That's awesome. That's wild, man. Yeah, man. Because that's the thing too. It's like a blending of obviously Kentucky. You guys have like the bluegrass, like folky influence, and that's been a musical historical part of where you guys are from.
Yep.
But then you mix in that you definitely listen to some 90s and some modern country, but you guys loved like grunge rock too.
Oh, yeah.
Like the lyrics and the emotion that come through in every song is unmatched. Dude.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Wild.
That's so
You guys
cool
are
to hear.
part of like this wave of. Because how old are you guys?
I'm 23.
I just turned 25.
Yeah, like you guys are like your whole generation, which I'm only 5 years older than you, 7 years older than you, and it's like you guys are singing about real sad shit. Like the generation before this was like party country, which is great. We've all gotten drunk to some Fireball, listened to some Florida Georgia Line. We've all done that, and a lot of folks. I still love going to listen to that style of music, but there's something about the real shit that came out like post pandemic, and you guys are a huge part of that wave.
Well, thank you.
appreciate
That's
that,
so
man. It
cool to
means
hear,
more, you
man.
know.
And being on this podcast too
Yeah,
is
seriously.
unbelievable because I mean, watching the videos and then actually sitting here, it's like, what the hell are we doing?
That makes me feel really
is-
good to
Yeah.
hear because
You're the
you
man,
boys,
dude.
I'm honored to have you boys here. 'Cause
Thank you.
seriously, it's like the past year has just had to have gone so fast. When did we start getting on the road? I know you talked about doing the solo thing opening for 60, but when did you guys go out and start doing shows as a band?
So I think our first show was a hometown show. We opened for a local guy, and we actually did a really good job. Like I was nervous as heck. Like we've never played before in front of even our family at this point. You know,
Yeah. 2 days before we had an awful practice. Like we did not sound in sync. The rhythm was off. I mean, it was awful. And I was like, we are going to make a fool out of ourselves.
We
like,
had a
this
hell
is
week.
not
I still
going
call
far.
it that.
I need to make sure I show up to my job on time tomorrow. But then the day after, we got it locked in. We're like, all right, we're ready for this. And we didn't even have a full drum kit either. Our drummer was on a cajon, so we did a live show in front of like 300 people with a cajon. So it worked. We made it work.
Yeah.
It was,
when did the touring part like become real, where you guys are hitting the road and all of that? Like,
yeah. So after that first show, we got some awesome opportunities. The old 60 guys set up a Burrill show, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And that's when everything really changed. The music was obviously getting around the state of Kentucky, and we had almost a sold out crowd at the Burrill.
Yeah.
And we were just opening, and that's when we realized this is going somewhere. And then those
was
60 guys got us on the West Coast tour.
Yep.
On their first run, and
so the first time you guys go out on the road as a band is to the damn West Coast.
yeah, we
Yes.
drove
In a van.
Yeah, in a van.
a Chevy Express with 300,000 miles on it.
Yeah. Luckily, we didn't break down. I don't know
We
how
didn't,
that
dude.
thing didn't break down. I mean, it was a sketchy white church van.
Yeah.
And you should have seen the venues when we rolled up in this van. Like they're kind of like telling us, "No, don't park here." We're like, we're the band playing. They're like, "Oh, okay."
Don't let these homeless guys
Yeah,
park.
yeah.
Don't let these homeless dudes sleeping in a van park.
Right. Like you should have seen the bags piled up. I mean, it looked like we just had trash in it, which we did too. A lot of McDonald's bags and
Yeah,
stuff.
bro.
And,
Those Loves McDonald's,
Oh, my
man.
gosh.
They're
Loves, we love you if you're hearing this.
yeah,
My
Love's
God.
Travel Stops. They kept us going through that. But we, my goodness, we pulled up to these venues and they'd ask us, "Who's your TM?" And we're like, "That's us." Like, okay, let me show you this way. Here's your green room, and getting us set up. But that was a big trial run for us, and I think we handled that one with flying colors. We did good there.
There's something about that first week, that first run where you're traveling, but for it to be the West Coast, like that's a haul that takes you days just to get out there.
Yeah.
Dude, it was 7,200 miles in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Not even 3, maybe 2.5.
No,
and
no.
that's how you know you love each other real quick, though, man. Like you're in Baker, Nevada, on a 2-lane road, don't see anybody for 4 hours. That's when you get close.
And then our Flagstaff show, when we were heading up to Salt Lake from Flagstaff, Arizona, we wake up the next morning to like 3 inches of snow, and everybody, we just did like a 12-hour drive or whatever, and we're like, oh no, hell no. And we call it our finna level. We say our finna level was 0 because everybody just woke up that morning. I slept on like an awful couch. And we got to our Airbnb that night too. I'm going on so many tangents, but that Airbnb we walked in, we're just like, hell no. And I mean, it was dilapidated. The floors were like crooked, and everybody found a spot to sleep, and we just went to sleep. Then woke up to like 3 to 4 inches of snow. We're like, this Chevy Express isn't making it through the mountains. So we detoured. We went through the desert and then back up to Salt Lake. Added about 2-3 hours to our drive, but at that point, 12, 15 didn't make a difference. So
it didn't. Yeah.
And then y'all got there and played the show. That's the
did.
biggest
We
thing.
did.
Yeah. That was the moment because you're driving on the highway and white knuckling it, their semis flipped.
Oh yeah, when we
It's
saw
like, my Lord.
30 minutes into our drive, the highways. It's bad when a main highway is starting to get that layer of snow on it. And you only see the tire tracks in front of you. Well, everybody's kind of like, I don't know if we should be doing this, and I was big on like, hey, we made a commitment, we got to play this show, and everybody dogs on me for that, but we all got through it. But 30 minutes in, we see this semi truck just off, in a ditch, and we're all like, oh no, like that's gonna be
He made us do it.
yeah. I was like, these guys are gonna hate me once we.
Well, it's like
end up in the ditch.
some folks would look at it that it's been a fast rise for you guys having formed like a little over a year ago, but that's paying your dues right there.
Oh my Lord.
Driving in a snowstorm in a van after a shitty night of sleeping at a shitty ass dilapidated Airbnb, that is touring.
Yeah,
and you
that
guys
is
that's paying your dues.
Yes,
That's
100%.
doing it when it's not fun. It's you love playing the shows and you love being out there with people, and it beats selling forklifts or being an accountant.
But
But
every day.
that is paying your dues.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was. And I think we all had that, mindset too. We knew that 3-week span going out west in a Chevy Express wasn't going to be the most like, fancy trip of our lives. But no, we all had a good mindset about it. Like we're ready to do this, and we did. So
Yeah, I love the debut project too. It's one of my favorite debut like EPs that's come out with nostalgia.
Thank you.
And I think nostalgia is a perfect way to describe your music because you guys talk a lot about memories and experiences and stuff like that. So why was that the title, and why'd you guys go with that vibe for the project?
Man, that project's crazy. Originally, it was going to be called Goldenrod. It was supposed to be a love EP. I got cheated on back in September of last year, so that immediately changed the music really quick.
Good content out of it.
The guys knew that there was going to be some switches of songs, but I think it's a record that tells a story of that relationship in a way, from the highest of highs to the memories of what was good and what was bad, and I think it does a pretty good job of speaking that.
Yeah, 100%.
You got your story with nostalgia itself, though.
Yeah, nostalgia actually goes back to the high school girls that we knew, and just reconnecting with my ex after a show. I was, just friendly, whatever, but then she was wanting something more, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, all right, forget high school. Like, it's good to be friends, good to see you again, but that's it. And then that's kind of how we wrote Nostalgia too.
Wow.
Was kind of like let go of the past, like
From a memory from an actual like experience after a show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was.
There's nothing like that, like someone you knew for years and you see him and it's like a stranger again.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thought of the song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's so damn relatable. Like everybody goes through the different moments. Like everybody has a Madeline,
exactly.
like everybody has that. What's it been like now connecting with having fans? You guys are still relatively new to this as a band, but you guys have fans and have a sizable following where folks are listening to your stuff every day. I'm one of them that cranks up a Sons of Habit song or two every day. Like, where do you get messages and you start seeing people singing back songs and all of that? What's that been like to see that you're making a difference for people?
It's everything.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
Like when someone's nervous to meet us, I'm like, yo, like you're like the 10th person that's nervous to meet me. Like this is new for me too. Like this is awesome. I remember after our first Burrill show, someone came up to us and was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm meeting y'all. I'm like, you are the first person I've ever talked to that knows us for music. Like this is awesome. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
But it's been unreal. And then just also we've had a couple shows in our past headlining run that everybody's just yelling the songs back to us. I mean, we can't hold it in. Like Mitchell will look back at me and just start cheesing like, what the hell is happening? And it's the craziest thing.
Yeah, I mean, the fans are what make everything happen. Every ticket, every stream, none of this is possible without everyone out there. So thank you if you're someone out there that's listening to us, seriously. But one of my new favorite things is when we're playing these shows and fans will get their like Snapchat up on the phone and just saying the most heinous things. I can't even say them, but I remember we were out west, I think we were in Salt Lake City, and these group of girls just had like the most despicable things on their phone. And I lost it on stage.
You guys.
Yeah,
like Jeffrey, our drummer, he's a hit. He's got the mustache, and just we'll say wanting to do some activities to his mustache. And I just can't do it. I told him after that song, it was Nostalgia too, which is like, dude, this is like a sad song. I was like, no more. Like, we're gonna have to start confiscating phones at Sons of Habit shows.
Yeah. That'll be like your guys' Coldplay cam one day.
Yeah,
getting the wild messages.
Lift up your phone and the screen will be on you, and your phone will be on the big screen.
Your despicable
I love it, man.
lines to our mustache-wearing drummer will be.
No, but seriously, the craziest part is hearing that a song can change someone's life.
Yeah.
We had a DM probably a month ago, this huge paragraph of Sun Still Rose that had saved them from taking their own life. Just that song was that powerful when they heard it, and I don't have words for that. When we write these songs, we write them for our own story, but the best part of music is interpretation. And for them to interpret a song that we wrote like that just brings you to tears. It meant everything to us. So it humbles you. All the success and the shows and the fans are awesome, but knowing it could change someone's day is just
you still
crazy.
Remember what's real, like the real part about it and what matters most.
That's why we did it. You do it for the songs.
Yeah, man. What is it about growing up in Kentucky that gets you to write real shit? Because we see it obviously with like guys like Childers, guys like Sturgill, like Jacob and the 60 guys do that too. But like, what is it about growing up in an area that just gets hit with tornadoes and is blue collar, and there's a lot of people that don't have a whole lot up there? Like, what is it where you guys are writing these real deep songs?
Yeah, that's a great question. There's a lot of elements to that. One being it's just in my opinion, the best place for music. Our home is actually the bluegrass capital. So you were, at least I was raised in a Southern Baptist family. You're thrown in church and you're singing at 2 years old, and so there's no way in or out of that. But I think the biggest thing as a whole for the state is that, like, in a world so divided, Kentucky isn't. We stick together through every disaster, through everything, and music has just always been our way as a state of doing that. So like we just did a benefit concert for a flood relief in Western Kentucky, and seeing the whole community come together for a free event like that and donating and showing out was just the coolest thing. It was a testament to our people.
Yeah, and it was a headache putting that together, but we knew it was definitely worth it. And then having the support from the community that we had behind us, I mean, all the sponsors and everybody just wanting to rally up and get behind an event, it was like it just made it totally worth it. Like we were all gung ho about it, and it ended up getting about 2,200 to 3,000 people out there, and it was awesome. It was awesome
for a free, like literally turning I'm talking a hole in the wall bar into like a festival for a night. It was
food
crazy.
Trucks, everything. It was so cool.
It was so cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, because this year it seemed. Because I've been down here in the South, been down in the Nashville area for coming up on 7 years, and it seems like over the past like 2 or 3, Kentucky's just gotten hit with disasters.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's always been a thing or it's just.
It seems like it's getting worse, man. I don't know what.
Yeah, they're saying that Tornado Alley shifted too, which I believe it because I mean it's crazy. This year, out of all of them, I mean we had tornado sirens going off like weekly, just on a regular basis.
It's crazy.
But yeah, no, it's been unreal. But back to like the what I think draws real music out of Kentucky too is you got a lot of small areas in Kentucky. There's no Nashvilles of Kentucky. You have your Lexington and Louisville, but I mean that doesn't really compare to a Nashville. And it's just you got real people working real jobs, and you're surrounded by that. And when you use that as inspiration, then you can only use real elements in your music. There's no faking it at that point.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and I feel like you guys do such a good job of taking people to small town Kentucky. Like in the songwriting, like you feel like you're in it. You feel like you're in Habit or you're in Owensboro, which is really freaking cool.
That's awesome.
That's all. I'm glad. That's
so
cool to hear that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What'd you guys? How was going out with Shane Smith and the Saints?
Dude, they were awesome. My lord,
legends.
I mean, seriously, some of the best musicians I've ever seen in my life. And it's funny because that was our first ever opening show, like on that stage, And so we're so green to it. I remember these guys have been on the road for months, and we get to the green room and they're all like kind of sleeping, napping, trying to recover, and we're loud as hell. And that's when I realized, okay, we gotta know our place. We gotta know our place. Yeah. I remember one of Shane's guys like woke up from a nap and walked back to another room. I was like, dang.
Sorry guys, we gotta dial it down a little bit.
What kind of rooms were those that you were playing with them?
It was the Mercury Ballroom in Louisville, so it's like 1,000 cap. Is from where we had played before, my lord. Like an actual green room. They got food and tea.
Music venue, like
a shower,
Yeah, it was unreal. Unreal. And that was what kicked off the tour with those 60 for us too. So we weren't used to like crowds like that. And I picked up my bass that show, and I was just like shaking in front of the crowd trying to play it cool. Like, I've been here before. No, I haven't.
That's the show. Oh, man, this is awful. Man, yeah, my whole band makes fun of me. We get up on stage, and I forgot to plug my guitar back in, dude. Oh, no. we're strumming the intro, and I look down, and I'm like, oh, my Lord.
Yeah. Something's not coming out of my monitor. I'm like, why do we sound terrible right now? I look over, Mitchell's like on the room trying to plug in his guitar.
Teching yourself, baby.
And
what is going on?
The way the lights were, Dad's up in the balcony, and it's just right on his face, looking at me like, oh my God.
That was also 2 minutes before we go on. They were like, hey, go check out your instruments on stage. And okay, so we go out, which was a little awkward for us. We go out, crowd cheers. And we're like, we're not playing yet. Just checking our instruments. And Dalton picks up his guitar, and he's like, yo, my guitar's messed up. We're like, what do you mean? He's like, come here. We get off stage. His bridge somehow dislocated from his guitar. All his strings are just jumbled up. And I was like, all right, use Noah's guitar. He's like, no, I got my tools with me. I can fix it. I was like, dude, we have a minute. It's like it's like 7:59. We're on at 8, and he's sitting there like screwing his bridge back in. I'm like, there's no way that thing's tuned. He strums it, and he's like, it's in tune. And we just walked right back out and played.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So incredibly on brand too.
Yeah.
Dude, for first show ever like that, I mean, you learn your stripes real quick.
That's wild, man. Talk about the rest of the guys in the band, because you guys make so much noise between your crew.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you guys seem to have a good unit together and be in sync. And last time I saw you boys, you were tight as fuck. So talk about the other guys that join you on stage.
Yeah, so we've got Dalton Daniels. He's also from Owensboro, and he was a car mechanic before this. The most,
I love the fucking origin stories of
Yeah.
you Kentucky bands.
the handiest
Like, I
guy in
love
the
it.
world. I mean, it's unbelievable. He can fix anything.
Yeah, having the Chevy Express and then a car mechanic in it, I felt a lot
That is
safer
a
going out
cheat
west.
code.
And
Yeah.
built-in guitar tech too. Basically, it's crazy.
That's awesome, because I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to cars or guitars, you know, like either of that stuff. So when we were on the road, if we ever broke down, I'd be the last one to ask. But we did it. We always managed to have somebody in the band that knew cars and knew how to fix something in a pinch. So you have Dalton, and then who else you got?
Jeffrey Parrish, our drummer, which he started, he was just your roommate when we were having our jam sessions, and then he kind of walked in one day and was like, hey, I'll pick up drums. And we're like, all right, yeah, dude. And he was in sales as well, so he went from a sales job to drumming, and picked it up within,
It's been
a
a
year
He had
now?
never played drums before.
No
Yeah.
shit.
No.
Dude, it was crazy. He bought this like electronic kit, and I'd be trying to go to bed, and I used to hear because it's plugged in his headphones. I was like, I love you, dude. I'm glad you're practicing, but please quit. But I mean, it's crazy. And then people that play the drums know how hard that is.
Yeah.
And I've never seen someone progress like he has. You know, we had even people like, you can't have a drummer that's played that little. I'm like, we're gonna do it, because the theme of our band is just, if there's an instrument, you got to learn to play it.
Yeah.
You know, and Hagan's he's
Our
a testament
slogan
to it.
slogan before our shows is because we have
Yep.
to, and it kind of goes with that motto. And like, if something messes up before the show, doesn't matter. We're just gonna keep playing. We're gonna play, do our best because we have to.
Yep.
And because we have to is also kind of funny, because I'm like, I would rather not go back to a day job because I have to. I'd rather keep doing this.
Yeah.
It's deeper than the words.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. It kind of brings me back to that too.
And then our newest guy is Noah Patrick. He's from McLean County, and his story is really funny because we went through this 5-month period of needing a bass player. And you kind of put the bass player off. It's like, crap. No one wants to play bass anymore, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, no one does.
Really? I wonder why that is.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a picture of Hardy right there behind you. I think him and Sam Hunt were kind of at the forefront of axing out the bass player position.
But I had gotten a recommendation for this guy on Facebook, Noah Patrick, and I kept messaging him. I'm like, hey, do you want to play bass for us? And he'd be like, no. And he's like, I play electric guitar. I'm like, well, can you play bass for us? He just kept going no, and I give him so much credit. And this went on for months.
Yeah.
And we're literally 2 weeks out from Shane Smith, and we don't have a bass player still.
I forgot.
And
I
I'm
got
like,
that close.
I message him and I go, Noah, will you play bass for us? He goes, no. I go, will you play electric guitar for us? And we figure something out. He goes, yes. He came to one practice, and I remember he just was so freaking good. And we all, the original 4 looked at each other and we're like, yes.
Yeah. At that
So
point,
we,
I was like,
we made
I'll
him play bass.
We don't even have a piano on that song. I'll just play bass on that one. We don't need my guitar skills.
It was
We'll
crazy.
take his.
Oh,
But yeah, it was wild.
yeah, we love Noah. He's like our little brother, man. He's
How old is he?
He's
20,
20.
man. He's still 20.
Wow.
And I swear he's been 20 for 5 years. It's crazy. When you have a year with this much stuff happening and you're still like, you can't have a beer yet? Like,
You can't get in. We're playing.
we were backstage with Dustin Lynch after the show last weekend, and he was just like, "You're 20." He was like, "What?"
That was so funny. We did have I think there was one time he had to get X's on his hands to play a gig we had, but
It was for outside
it
the round.
was.
Yeah.
It was
Yep,
raised,
that's
it was
right.
raised,
It
raised
was
rowdy.
raised
we got
rowdy,
access
yeah.
to get in to play, and we're like,
Yeah.
dude, just turned 21 already. Come on.
Just get a good fake.
Yeah.
Just get one of those Illinois or Missouri fakes.
Right.
It'll work.
I thought you guys were from Kentucky, not this guy.
Not this guy. He's our import.
Even the McLovin idea would be better than what he's
Oh,
got.
dude, you guys do a McLovin bit with him? That'd be hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
When does he turn 21? Do we know?
October allegedly.
We're
It's
out
probably
west.
October of 30.
Oh,
So.
when you guys
2030.
when you guys are on the road.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the last day of the run out there. It's
So we're
gonna
already
be
gonna
so cool.
We're gonna play our last show, and then it's gonna be his 21st. So we can kind of
He's
let
gonna
loose
roll
that-
the dice, as we like to say.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit the Vegas casinos
He
pretty
will.
hard.
He will.
Oh, it's in Vegas?
we're gonna be driving back through Vegas right when he turns 21. So
what a better city for him to get acclimated.
Look at he finally said yes, and now he's gonna get to turn 21 in Vegas on tour in a band.
Yeah.
Couldn't dream it up.
No.
Being persistent with the DMs works, man. It does. It works in all aspects.
Yeah, and
of
someone
life.
else picking up bass helps too.
Yeah. That's just it.
Which I love bass now. Like I practice all the time, and that's what I do.
Yeah, how many instruments do you do on a show?
Bass, piano, and harmonicas. So I like to claim, I don't know if I've seen it yet or if there is one out there, but I want to be one of the only bassists to have a harmonica set on while doing backup vocals.
That doesn't happen.
It's pretty cool.
So yeah, I like having that aspect on stage.
That's really cool because usually like utility, it's like our buddy Kurt in Luke's band. He's like dobro, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, pedal steel, fiddle sometimes. Like utility players usually that, not the bass. Piano, harmonica, like you're a whole different level.
Cool. It's fun. It's fun, and we do have Noah. When I do switch to keys, he'll pick up the bass. So
he will. So
we got him on. We got
him on for 2 songs.
I knew as soon as he accepted, I had him in.
You had him on the line. There you go. That's freaking awesome. So, what are we looking at as far as new music coming out? Because I've been hungry for it. I've been jamming. We've all been jamming nostalgia, but we're ready for that next thing. So, what have we had cooking in the kitchen?
Well, this Friday, August 8th, we have Fool's Gold releasing, which we've been fired up about that one. I think we've been in and out of the studio for that one. We have I don't know how many different versions of it since probably like March or February.
Been in there in March. But this is the one, man. We're so excited for it. Brand new single.
Yeah, and then we have, I don't know, 20 other songs ready to go.
Wow.
So
we've got another one called Paradigm that we're thinking is going to be next.
Yeah. Did you guys play Paradigm? I feel like I've heard that one before.
No, we've played Lately Love, which is another one that's unreleased. And Undone. We've done Undone was one of our first ones we wrote that we still haven't released yet. That's a bluegrassy one, which
Very
is
much
always really fun to switch up the vibe and play that one.
Every song's so different. That's why it's funny, you know. It's like you'll go from a bluegrass record to a 70s rock song.
And it's like it's crossover, but not in the pop or the rock sense. Like everybody talks about, oh, Beyonce, oh this, oh that, where it's like there's all this crossover going on in the world of country music. But it's like you guys are doing that just with what the different influences are for you. Like you're crossing over bluegrass to classic rock to folk to country.
Yeah.
Just still crossover, but it's your version of a crossover.
Yeah. It is. And I think that goes back to our first jam session when Mitchell was like, all right, just play something on the keyboard. And then I'm pretty sure my first song I played was Easy Like a Sunday Morning by Lionel Richie. And then he's like, all right, play a different one. I played Skyfall, Adele. And then he's like, all right, play another one. And I played No Role Models, J. Cole. And he's like, dude, what do you listen to? I'm like, everything. Yeah. Like, I'll just, whatever it is, I'll listen to it. And and you're the same way. You'll listen to just about anything. Man. So I think that kind of aspect we want to incorporate in our music because we want it to just bounce around and, you know.
The motto is good music is just good music. There's be genreless is, you know, my goal.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want to be a genre. You just want to be Sons of Habit.
Exactly.
That's it.
You don't need to be a genre. Are you guys still recording with Justin?
We are, man.
We are. He's the guy.
Talk about your way of meeting him, because to me, it's like he's somebody that's going to be talked about for years to come as a guy that has helped with a sound that is coming out of Kentucky that'll stand the test of time. And you guys are a big part of that. So talk about how you guys met Justin. He's a great dude, by the way.
He's
I love that guy.
Unbelievable.
Justin's the most
we call him the
guy.
wizard. Yeah. He is the wizard. When we come to him with a song idea, we're like, hey, we want it to sound like this. Could you add, could we do something cool here? He's like, I think you can do this. And we'll listen to it back. We're like, oh, shit, that's it, dude. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to talk about how
it's going back to the Madeline playing it live because all 60 guys had heard it. And Ty at their time was working, and he was like, dude, you got to record that song. Like, have to cut it. And so I think 2 weeks later, he got me in touch with Justin, and Justin's like, all right, let me listen to it, heard it, and the rest is history. Drove to Bowling Green that next week and recorded it one take. It was like, I think
4 hours.
Yeah,
4 hours.
4 hours, and it was done. That was it.
Yeah, and nothing against all the great producers that are here in Nashville, but there's something about like having your guy. Like I know Gavin still records with his guy that's down in Georgia, and you guys have your guy that's back home in Kentucky, you know, and it's like nobody's gonna be able to capture that sound. They might be a fancier studio or some big thing, but nobody's gonna capture your sound like the guy that comes from where you come from. And
100%.
Justin,
It's insane because I've worked, you know, when I was solo, I worked with all types of people, and like you said, there's fancier rooms and with, you know, some more vocab words from some guys, but you know, Justin will work with you all day, and yeah, he's just the most deserving guy. Justin, if you're hearing this, we love you, man, and none of this is really possible without him. He's the genius behind the recordings.
Unreal. It keeps it raw too, so it's not. You know, if we want more production in it, he'll do it. And then if we want to, like, you know, dial back, he'll throw in some suggestions. He's so great to work with because we can be like, you know, that's not really what we're going for. He won't care. He's like, all right, well, what about this? And change it up. I'm like, that's it right there.
Yep. Yeah. He'll let you try anything too. I mean, some of our records, like, whoa, it's come a long way from what it used to be.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think that raw sound is a huge part of what makes you guys different. Like it's so distinct. Like I can tell, like so many people can tell the moment that it's a Sons of Habit song. Like it stands out from anything else. And I think Justin's, you guys obviously, and the rest of the band, a huge part of that. But having the right guy to capture that and push you guys in the direction and kind of help you steer the ship. And
100%.
What do you guys like doing when you're not doing music? Now that we're not selling forklifts or accounting, what kind of accounting were you doing?
Private equity accounting.
Oh, like big time shit.
It was, man. It's weird trying to get out of that zone sometimes because I'm still a business oriented big time. So
that helps.
It does. It's been great.
You are the CEO. Like you guys have a great team. Some of the guys sitting over there. Shout out to Matt and Evan and the rest of the crew. Kyle, who's not here this morning, he was out at the bar late with us last night. But
I'm sure he was.
we were having a good time out there. Shout out to Kyle. But you guys are like the CEO of your business, you know, and having that business sense is a huge part of this. You know, it's not always the most fun part of it, but you got to know what you're doing. So having that background of coming from the world that you guys come from is huge.
Yeah,
it's game changing.
It's everything. Yeah. It's everything. I think it drives our work ethic because, you know, number one thing for me is I don't want to go back to the day job. So it's like that keeps us moving forward and grinding, and we enjoy it too. We just have fun. Outside of music, though, I'll play a lot of Fortnite. I'm a Fortnite buff. I'm gonna tell myself.
You up with Nikki T and Trey Bonner. I played Fortnite for like a total of maybe a couple days, and I got off it. I'm an MLB The Show addict. NCAA football addict.
We need to run it, dude.
I'm a sports game guy. I'm a little nerdy bastard building my franchise and MLB The Show. I'm the Yankees in 2030. Aaron Judge got like 5 MVPs, but like. Fortnite, Nikki T always says that the best part about it isn't even if you get a win, it's just hanging out with your buddies online.
Yeah, it's like an adrenaline rush too each round. It's like the same game over and over. I don't know how I'm not bored of it yet, but it's hilarious. I didn't think I'd be talking about Fortnite on this podcast.
You never know what you're going to be doing. We're going outside the round.
We are.
Anywhere you fucking want to go.
Absolutely.
No, but then, of course, I like to I deer hunt every year. We have a deer camp, so that's like one thing I'm super just religious about is I go opening weekend to deer camp and literally just sit in a stand for hours.
Are you gonna do the touring route where you can find folks that have tags or that can take you out on the road? Because a lot of guys do that.
That's a goal of mine. I don't know if we're quite there yet because a lot of our shows are back to back and I need a couple days to do that. But that would be a dream come true if I get to go hunt some elk or big game hunting up in Montana or something.
Even just kill a deer in a different state.
Yeah, even that too. I mean, that'd be just unbelievable.
That's what Gary does with Muscat. With turkeys.
Yeah.
He'll put on there, hey, anybody got turkey land? Like, I think he's killed a turkey in like 30 different states.
That's pretty
something
cool.
ridiculous. He's gone all around, but that's like his thing. Is some guys golf when they're on the road. Some guys hit the gym, do this, do that. Some guys just go out and kill shit and then go play a show.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. And also, you brought up golf too. That's another biggie for us. We've been doing a lot of that. Yeah. Not any better than I was probably last year, but I broke my drive PR this year, so I'm happy.
How far
about
are we
that.
hitting it?
343.
Smokes the
You
ball,
hit it 343?
343. I can't say I hit it that like consistently. That's just my best.
That's fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
343.
I got a GPS on my phone out for that one because I was like, Mitchell, that smoked. And I had backwind to me, and we were on the top of a hill. But he's like, nah, dude, you crushed that. And then I was like, all right, I'm recording this one. We drove up. I was like, that's 343, baby. I was like, come on. But yeah, par 5, I think we got it on in 2.
He got it on. I was 2 Walmarts behind his ball.
2 Walmarts.
And then 3 Walmarts in the trees after that.
Yeah.
It's a good measurement in golf, a Walmart.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of it.
It's funny. I've played golf quite a bit with your roommate, Mitchell.
He's pretty good,
Mitchell
man.
Bailey.
Yeah.
He's a good mid-townie. I like
Yeah.
Mitchell. He's become like a younger brother to me because we're both from New York. So I give him a lot of shit because he's a Mets Jets fan, and I'm a Yankees Giants fan. But yeah, there's a lot of courses around here too. So if you're in town, come and hang. We'll get out.
Yeah.
We'll get out there and play. Have you played
100%.
Pebblebrook yet?
I haven't.
Nice.
I live right off McCabe, so
Okay,
I
so
got to
that's
do
right
that.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pebblebrook is like, it could be such a nice course, but they just don't put anything into it. There's never anybody there, so you can just kind of fuck around, do whatever you want.
That's awesome.
But you're like hitting off cliffs and shit. It's like $35 a round. It's
Really?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, so we'll bring a case of Surfside, and you boys will
Let's
just
do
go.
it. And by the way, shout out Surfside. This stuff's phenomenal. It's a good
glad
way
you
to
like
start
it.
a stressful morning. I'm now loose.
Going
What do you like doing when you're not doing the music stuff?
I want to say I am a part-time Bengals employee. I am just a diehard Bengals fan, dude.
Okay.
Like, that is my life, man.
How are we gonna be this year?
Dude, I don't know, man. If we can sign Trey Hendrickson, it would be a lot better. I see Evan booing me over there. Oh, man. No, I love. I'm a big like nature, like hiking kind of guy, man. So I love skiing if I can in the winter. Big basketball guy, dude. I like to think I could. I tell my buddies I could go play NBA ball, but they don't like to. They don't like
You're
to.
tall enough. You can definitely.
I mean, 6'2". I could, man, but you tell you, 25 hit me the other week, and I can't do it anymore. My knees just stiff. as-
25 hit you?
I'm serious,
Wait
man.
till you're fucking 30, dog.
Woke up, my pillow had some hairs on it, and the knees weren't jumping as high. We hiked about 11 miles when I was out in Colorado the last week, and I don't recover the same way anymore, dude. We had to play that show, and I was
sore as
stiff
shit.
as could be on stage. Yeah.
Talk about this tour you guys got coming up here in the fall. You guys are going to be hitting the road heavy and going all over the damn place.
Yeah, dude. So we had our first leg of the tour, the Southeast run. It was halfway to Corden, and that just went crazy. We couldn't believe that people really, came out in those numbers to see our shows, and so we thought we'd kind of add an extension of that, being the long way from Corden tour, and it's out west, some of the same places we played with Old 60, and I'm just so excited.
Oh.
One, that part of the country is just so beautiful, and then just getting to see some of those familiar faces and in a market that we played before. So
And go back and headline it.
oh yeah,
It's unreal that we actually had comments saying like, please come back to Flagstaff, and I'm like, no way. Like, people in Flagstaff know us. Like, that's so cool, and we cannot wait to go back out there. And then we also catch a festival, the Red West Festival out there.
Oh, that's a
with,
big
big
one.
one,
yeah,
man.
yeah, with one of my all-time favorite artists, Post Malone. So, like, playing the same day as him, I'm like, I don't have words for it. Just, it doesn't feel real.
Yeah, dude, you guys are going all over the damn place, popping around like. And you guys have a show at the Corbin Arena in November.
We do,
What's
we
that
do.
one? Is that
it's
who's
with
that
Dustin and Scotty.
with? Oh, sick.
Yeah, very. That's gonna be insane.
Arena shows. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just, it's
And
unreal.
for it to be in Corbin, like in Kentucky, that's to have those big moments back home is huge.
Yeah,
Big time. Yeah,
we
we're
can-
playing with Ernest Tuesday in our hometown.
yeah.
So that's gonna be very cool.
It's gonna be.
I
it's
saw
gonna
that.
be so
Yeah,
fun.
the Owensboro Sports Center.
Oh yeah.
So what is that like? What do you guys have like hockey and basketball
We
and
got
shit? Or
a
what?
lot of high school basketball in that thing. I
The
mean,
OG
they
arena.
bring some concerts to it every once in a while, and yeah, that's actually where my high school plays. Like, that's our home court because we don't have our own gym, so we have to like borrow the city's gym. But yeah, no, that place is nostalgic for me. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
coming back to play a show there is just unreal because I used to be in the student section there. So
I mean, in Western Kentucky, where there was not a whole lot of arenas, it's kind of a nostalgic place for everybody.
yeah,
That's badass. Do you guys remember your first concert?
I do. It was Nitty Gritty Dirt Band at Romp.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, man, this is freaking awesome. Yeah, Romp's this big bluegrass festival that our town puts on every year, and they were the headliner.
yeah.
And,
I'd say I was probably like 7 or 8 going to Romp. Or
Sunday
something. Like,
Best
it
was unreal too. I'm a huge
Yeah.
Jamerson fan, and so it's pretty cool. He followed us on socials, and now we just get to like talk to each other, and that's been one of the coolest like we made it mama moments because I love Nicholas Jamerson's music. He's unbelievable.
That's sick. That's awesome. And do you remember who your first concert was?
Mine was Romp, but I don't remember who it was. I was probably like 8 or 9, just playing football on the side or something.
And you were just
It
I
was
was there.
probably
It's like
Steel Drivers. That's when they were.
could have been Steel Drivers too, which
'cause
I actually did
they're
go
Kentucky as well.
Yeah, Chris
right?
played in
Oh,
Owens.
yeah.
He played at Romp, which is crazy.
In Owensboro.
That's our big claim to
Yeah.
fame.
Yeah.
Chris Stapleton was on this piece of dirt.
But no, mine was definitely Romp too. I don't remember which year it was, but I was young. I was young when I started going to Romp. But
What's one you remember?
I did go to the Steel Drivers out in it was Western Kentucky. I forgot the town, but they played in a small amphitheater, and it was after post Chris.
Gotcha.
And but they were unbelievable. The guy they got,
Unreal. He's amazing.
He's unreal. His vocals are insane. It's so cool.
They're unreal.
Yeah. What are some of like the big goals? I know you guys have crossed some things off the list already, which is insane that a little over a year you've gotten to do that. But what are like some of the big goals for you guys as individuals and as a band?
Yeah, and in 26, Grand Ole Opry is a huge one for me, or the Ryman, just the history. We went as kids, to go see Vince Gill.
Yeah.
He'd play like the Christmas shows, and so I always just dreamed of playing there. That for me would just be, I don't even know if I could play it, man. I'll be honest with you, it'd be so emotional. And then everyone knows Red Rocks for me.
Yeah.
I think I'm retiring if I play Red Rocks, and I don't care. I don't care if it's in the parking lot.
Got to keep it going. Yeah.
That'll be a part of the VH1 documentary.
Yeah. Hey guys, see ya. We're out of here.
Mitchell left the band after their show at Red Rocks.
The new lead singer is just not quite the same. Hagan doesn't quite have the vocals.
Just not the same sound. It's like AC/DC. Just not the same.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's great. I'd say one of my biggest goals. I tell all the boys, which I don't wish the van days away, but I say a big goal for us. We're getting a bus at some point, and I think it's not so much about getting the bus, but about the size you are once you need a bus and you have that. I want us to get to that level to where we can still keep our heads, be in a bus, still keep the same grit we got from the beginning, and just keep going. Trying to think of any more because I've listed a ton. We had that one team dinner or band dinner, and we were all just naming stuff we want to do. Another one that I said too is I want to play in Australia.
Yeah,
for some reason, Australia is like one of our top streaming cities.
Yep.
Like there's 3 cities in Australia that have us at the top or whatever, and that's where I want to play. So I think it'd be sick to go there.
Hell yeah. I see a world tour coming.
Yeah,
That'd be unreal.
I do, man. That'd be a long way from Corden.
Yeah,
It would
that
be.
would be.
Yeah, it'll be the abbreviated long.
I'm skipping a jump away from Gordon.
Yes, yeah, for sure. What's something that you would tell the guy working sales where you're at before you go and start jamming out with Mitchell? What's something you would tell that kid that's like a year and a half, 2 years ago when you're doing your solo thing? You had been with one group and then chosen to go the corporate route. What would you tell that guy now, looking back to where your life is at now?
Yeah, that's awesome. I think a big thing is like chase your dreams, but you can perfect your craft while doing that. Like we chased it while also realizing this actually is obtainable. You can every day practice and get better. But I mean, the biggest thing, man, life's just way too short, man. Like I had gone a year of my life and I realized I didn't travel out of Owensboro one time. Wow. Just because work was so busy, and that's humbling. So if there's anyone out there that feels like they're stuck, do that thing, because you really only do get one of these, and you got to go live whatever capacity that is for you. It could be knitting or something. I don't know. But go knit.
Go knit in the world competition or something.
But also perfect your craft in knitting and be the best knitter that you could be. So that's kind of the thing.
Yeah. I would say to myself last year, because I think from the get-go, for some reason, after our second jam sesh, we just had this every Wednesday thing of jamming out and writing new music going when there was literally nobody listening to us. Like not even my parents were listening to like the voice memos I was trying to show them. And I would say, trust your gut, keep going, believe in yourself, because we were laughing for a little bit. We were laughing that we had 2 day jobs before we even played a live show. Yeah. We were like, dude, why are we doing this to ourselves? We have 2 day jobs right now, staying up till 3 a.m. writing music, and we just decided we love it. Like this is fun, and we both saw the vision for it, both believed in the music, and just didn't look back and tried our best at it, and still trying our best.
Yep.
Amen, dude. Well, it's still just getting started, and that's to me the craziest part. This fucking fly has been just jumping all over us.
Yeah, you've been handling it like a pro though, dude.
Fucker. But you guys, seriously, it's been awesome to watch you over the past year, and I'm so excited for what the future holds. I'm so excited for new music to be coming out. And what I got to do is me and Nikki T got to figure out a time to travel out and watch you guys out of town, because Nashville shows are cool, but there's something special about being out in the wild with the people
100%.
and actually going to a show. We might have to drive over the border up into Kentucky
Do
or
it, man.
fly out west and go see you guys at one of those rooms. Maybe we'll rent a van to get out there and do it the true Sons of Habit way. But seriously, guys, remind me the name of the new song that's dropping.
Fool's Gold.
Fool's Gold. And tell me a little bit about that one before we wrap up here.
It was right after the tour, and kind of on the same, theme as the EP. Just I was still kind of going through the breakup and reminiscing on it, and at that point it turned more into like anger, where it's like the time and the money and everything you'd spent was just fool's gold. It was I would have rather sold that all for anything else. So it's kind of a more upbeat way of saying that. It's got I think people who listen to it, the production tells a big story. It kind of goes like big moments, and it kind of shows that anger I was going through at one point. But
I think we started writing that on the road too, because there was a sound check that took a little longer than expected. And Mitchell came over to me and he was like, "Dude, what do you think about this chord progression?" I was like, "That's sick." And while they were working on fixing the sound, we just started kind of spitballing ideas and freestyling lyrics, and then we finally sat down after the run and finished that song, and it was just fun write. It was a fun write. So we
excited for it, dude.
Yeah,
very
excited, man. And it'll be out by the time this podcast drops.
Heck
so
yeah.
Y'all be sure to go and listen to Fool's Gold. And thank you guys so much for coming on here and hanging out. Seriously, I've been wanting to get you guys on for a long time. I'm glad we were able to get you down from Owensboro. Glad we were able to get you
from Nashville.
Freaking Sylvan Park. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to start telling Mitchell to be your the other Mitchell, Mitch and Mitch.
He needs to be knocking on the door.
Start knocking on the door. He'll do his little fireman sign.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The hell he's got, or police officer, dispatcher stuff that he does. But seriously, thank you guys so much for coming on, and thank you for doing what you do as far as like being a part of this great chapter of music. It's not country, it's not folk, it's not rock, it's Sons of Habit. It's its own thing, and you guys are so uniquely yourselves and so authentic, and you've got a great team behind you, and sky's the fucking limit. Seriously,
thank you, brother.
Man.
Right.
I can't wait to see where everything goes, and I can't wait to watch you announce your retirement at Red Rocks. that is going to happen one day.
You'll just see me hang my head if he announces.
You guys knew first.
You'll play him out on the piano like some old school thing, man. It'll be fucking
Last
awesome.
quarter Madelons. Dude, thank you for having us, dude. You are a staple in Nashville, and I owe a lot to you because you were the first guy that I really met and had that round with. So I give you a ton of credit too, man. Seriously, thank you.
Well, I appreciate that, man. You guys, anything you guys ever need, the guys over there know it, and you guys know it. You guys ever need anything or want to hang out, grab a sandwich or something, like seriously, whatever. We're always down. You guys are a part of our family, and we're proud and happy to be a part of yours. So,
appreciate it, man.
Proud to be a small little blip in the Sons of Habit story, man. It's cool to watch it all go, and Thank you to these boys for coming on. If you're not on the Sons of Habit train, get on there, get out from underneath that damn rock, and go check out their music. If you're out west, get out to a show. Tell them that you watch this podcast, because that'll be really freaking cool too. If we got anybody out there in Flagstaff, Arizona, Salt Lake City, Utah, or Sun Valley, Idaho, or all these damn cities, you can find all the tour dates out there on the website. What I love doing is going to the Spotify, because one, you can listen to music, and then you can click this little events tab, and you can see all the dates. Takes you right to the ticket link. So get out there and see the boys. Fool's Gold is out now. Also, shout out to our friends from Surfside, Vodka Lemonade, Vodka Iced Tea. You boys are drinking the green tea, give you that little caffeine boost to start out the day. We're gonna send you home with an 8-pack each, and then we got a bunch of hats over there too. So grab some extras for the rest of the guys in the band. Bring one back for Justin too.
Hell yeah,
and,
dude. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. So for more on us, visit RaiseYourRally.com. Be sure to check out the boys from Sons of Habit. For my boys Mitchell and Hagan, I'm Matt Burrill. This has been Outside the Round.